Well, how do you do, everybody? Welcome to football action. 8A football playoffs, the Sweet 16. And we're ready for the opening kickoff here. Trevians kicking off to the Vikings of Homewood Flossmoor. Homewood Flossmoor, far south side. Almost due south of New Trier. New Trier, northeasternmost township in Cook County. Homewood Flossmoor, one of the southern tier. And touchback. And we're underway here. Vikings with the ball. And the pass incomplete on the near side. And for second out. Hand off to the far side. Nothing there. Just a couple of yards. Homewood Flossmoor notorious for being a fast-starting team and a fast team. And off to the races. Found the hole and right by everybody. And the touchdown. The try for the PAT is good. And early on, it is 7-0 Homewood Flossmoor. Just 53 seconds into the game. The kickoff. And into the end zone. For the touchback. Homewood Flossmoor made it to the semifinals, I think, last year in state. Clay Sasinski, the quarterback, hands it off to Rosenthal. Rosenthal breaks an ankle tackle and gets the first down. Up at the 32. Sasinski keeps it himself. And up to the 37 or 8. Kind of halfway between it. No, I guess it's the 37. Sasinski looking for the opening on the outside there. The slant, didn't find it. Lost a yard. Third and 6. Man in motion is Cleary, Griffin Cleary. Goes around end and gains a few, but not enough for the first down. And it will be Snake, but didn't get the first down up to the 40. And the Vikings of Homewood Flossmoor take over. Back to pass. And down he goes. Looked like, I think, Colin Cassis brought him down. Hand off to the near side. Cut to the outside. Avoids a couple of tackles. Stays on his feet. Gets to about 37. 37. Found the opening again. And in for the touchdown. And the kick is up, and it is good. And Homewood Flossmoor leads at 14-0. Well, it only goes to show you if you start slow, you can get yourself in a little bit of trouble. And flag down, and I think it's going to come back on a hold. And now another flag. Illegal procedure. The flare pass, and not much there. You're watching football, playoff action. And Clay Sosinski gets back up to about the 10-yard line. Trevians deep in their own zone. Sosinski back to pass. And now he takes off on his own and out of bounds at about the 15. And that'll be fourth down. The kick away. And got to bounce to the, or go to the 42 for the fair catch. Again, the hole. And pulled down from behind by Bartzes. Came back anyway on a hole. He'll try again the other side. And gained about 7 or 8. Back to the original line. Going long. Wide open. And to the 12. Bartzes with the tackle. Cut to the outside. Going for the corner. And I don't think he got it in. No, he was about a yard short. Far side, try again. And in for the touchdown. And this one is turning ugly pretty quick. And the PAT's good. With 3:03 left to play in the first quarter, already it's 21-0. Homewood Flossmoor. And the kick away. Oh, nice bounce. And he gets up to about the 19 on the return. So first and 10 for the Trevians at the 19. Hand off to Rosenthal. And up to the 20, 25, 24. Hand off and about a yard, maybe 2. Third down. Sosinski takes it himself. Quickly ahead, gets the first down. Up at the 32. Sosinski back to pass. Over to the far side, knocked away. Incomplete. I think Jake Passion was the intended receiver over there. Roll to the near side. Pass is complete. And out of bounds. Connor Murphy with the reception. Again, back to pass. Throws. Murphy, he's got it into Viking territory and brought down at the 45. Hand off. And back to the original line, maybe gained a yard. We'll call it 2nd and 9. Over to the far side. And that's the first quarter. At the end of the first quarter, it's Homewood Flossmoor 21, New Trier nothing. We'll be back with more. This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Teenagers who drink are 50% more likely to have substance abuse issues later in life. And the earlier they drink, the more likely they are to have addiction problems later. A message in the public interest from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Where we go to the second quarter, Homewood Flossmoor in command of this one, 21-0. Man in motion. And Sasinski back to pass. Throws and intercepted. On the low throw. Intended for Eric Nicholas. Up the middle. Handoff straight ahead. Up to the 25-yard line. This is the first time these two high schools have ever met in football. They have had a couple of meetings in basketball, and it's been kind of a pretty even match. The big meetings between the two in basketball were the Loddick years. T.J. Cummings' son, or T.J. Cummings was the son of NBA player. And Loddick. And a first down up at the 49. And flags, and that's illegal procedure. Hand off to the near side. And inside the 40, brought down at about the 38. Came back anyway on a hold. Back to pass. Throwing long and complete at the 27, brought down. Handoff and bounces away. Tried to spin away and maybe he got back to that original line of scrimmage just about. Back to pass. Rolling out, throws, complete, near side. Stays on his feet. And strong arms his way into the 15. And a couple of yards gain. Down to the 7. Quarterback. Handoff. Back to the to about the 9-yard line. And again the handoff. And right up the gut. And good for the touchdown. And the point after is good. And it is 28-0. 6:28 left to play in the first half. A kick taken at about the 7. And Manoff gets to the 25 and stopped there. Sasinski bowls his way ahead to the 27. Second down, 8. And how much there? We'll call it a gain of a yard. 3rd and 7. Sasinski again back to pass, rolls out, and throws. Incomplete. 4th down. Andre gets it away. And it's going to take a very favorable Trevian bounce. And rolled dead at the 13. Back to pass. Looking. Got lots of time. Now he's going to run out of it. And throws on the near side. Intercepted by Max Rosenthal at the 25. They'll spot it at the 27. Francis Fay, the ball carrier. Gains a couple. Sosinski passes complete on the far side. Derek Nicholas. Good for a Trevian first down. Trevian's in the red zone. Going to take a quickie timeout to discuss that. And now Max Rosenthal, the ball carrier. Down to the 11. And flags for... No, I don't know what that was. And nothing there. Got back to the original line, and that's all. Now we got a little extracurricular stuff. Let's try it again. And the first down. First and goal to go at the 5. Hand off to Rosenthal. He got nothing. Sosinski rolls out. Now Sosinski finds the hole and goes forward. Gains about 3. Third down and 2. And Rosenthal charges ahead and in for the touchdown. And the Trevians on the board. The try for the PAT on the hold of Sosinski by Dick Andre. And the kick is up, and it is good. So the Trevians, with 1:27 left to play in the first half, get on the board. The kick away, and take it at the 5. Flag goes flying, and that's going to come back, I believe, on the hold. It did. Big hole. And the speedster gets up to the 39. First and 10. Back to pass. Throws. And complete. Just inside Trevian territory at the Trevian 49. Back to pass, working fast here. And complete. And out of bounds at about the 7. And they're going to spot it at the 10. And straight ahead and in for the touchdown. Well, that was easy. Up and through the uprights, and it's 35-7. With 38 seconds left to play here in the first half. The kick away, and that's taken at the 10. And Manoff ran into his own man there. The handoff, and Max Rosenthal charges ahead, gets the first down. Sosinski rolls out, throws, incomplete. Second down. Sosinski now takes off over here to the near side and out of bounds at the 43. Sosinski pass complete to Eric Nicholas and brought down at midfield. And that's the last play of the first half. So we go to halftime, and the Homewood Flossmoor Vikings leading at 35-7 over the new Trier Trevians. And we'll be back with more. Great games of the past, available from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Parents and fans in the stands don't play the games. The players do. Sport a winning attitude. A message in the public interest from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Where we go to the second half of this one. And Homewood Flossmoor all over the new Trier Trevians. And we're set for the second half kickoff here. And the kick away. And taken by Christian Miller. Miller gets up to the 30 before being brought down. So first and 10 for the Trevians there. Clay Sisitsky on at quarterback. And right away flags. And a legal procedure. Back to the original line by Francis Fay. To the far side and a flare pass, and nope, couldn't hold on. Jake Passion, the intended receiver. Szynski back to pass. Throws. Incomplete. And 4 downs and out. A kick away. And on the far side. And going to take a favorable Trevian bounce again. On the turf and down at the 34. Hand off. Dipsy a little bit. Back up to the 40. Second down, 5. Again, the handoff. And a big hole. And up to the 33 of the Trevians. Wrestled down after a gain of about 5. Second and 5. Back to pass. Going long and complete. Good for the touchdown. And the kick be good for the PAT. And it's 42-7. Favor of Homewood Flossmoor. They kick. Taking it to 10. And Christian Miller again gets up to the 27. You know, Homewood Flossmoor was ranked number 1 starting the season. And the press polls, but I don't really go by that. But they did lose one game this year to Bolingbrook. And that was a little bit of a misnomer on that game. Combination of the last game of the season and Bolingbrook was basically not going anywhere, and the Homewood Flossmoor was, and then there's been a big issue between those two schools over recruiting of players in sports from Homewood Flossmoor to go play over at Bolingbrook, but I mean, other way around, Bolingbrook to Homewood Flossmoor, and a little bit of a revenge factor on the part of Bolingbrook. Although the two schools are fairly far apart. I mean, it's not like they're next to each other. Incomplete. Bolingbrook is out Plainfield Lockport Way. Homewood Flossmoor due south. Chicago Heights, Homewood. Matson. Back to pass. And Sasinski runs out of time. Sets. And overthrows it. And turnover on downs. Pass incomplete. Well, after tonight, it looks like Niles North may be the only Central Suburban team left in the playoffs. They won tonight. Dipsy Doodle, a gain of a few. Trevians obviously getting skunked here. And out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Good for a first down. The Vikings on the run again. And again, the big hole. And off to the races and in for the touchdown. And the kick is up, and it is good. And believe it or not, we got a runner here. Running time. As Homewood Flossmoor leads it by more than 40 points. It's 49-7. And how much there? Couple of yards. Second down 5, I believe. And flag goes. And illegal procedure. Straight ahead with a run. Gained a pretty good yardage on that. Trying to go for the first down. And a personal foul on the end of that. Trevians lost the yardage. Pass is intercepted. And we're done with the third quarter. 49-7, and Homewood Flossmoor leads New Trier. We'll be back. This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network, where you can watch selected games on YouTube. Parents, teenage alcoholism is on the rise. What are you doing to prevent its spread? Be aware of the risks. A message in the public interest from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. We go to the fourth quarter of this one, and it hasn't been pretty. Homewood Flossmoor with the ball. Sloppy tackling on the part of the Trevians, and down to the 14-yard line. I think you look at these two teams came in with the same record into the playoffs, and IHSA positioning had them 8-9. But I think, it kind of tells you not only that nobody can really ascertain about teams because the reality is your teams don't play each other. I mean, how can you tell what somebody is? And no, he did not get in for the touchdown. What a team is based on their records, because it's not only who you are, but it's also who you're playing with and who you're playing against. And they're going to take a knee rather than go for the extra point. And it is 55-7. Who's good and who's not. Also the high school players. So, it's kind of who shows up for a game sometimes. All kinds of things that play into a playoff game. You know, it's a one-game-and-done situation, and even a game, flags here. Even a game like this, for New Trier, climbing onto the bus, even though it's, a Saturday evening game, they didn't have school today and getting to the game. Riding on a bus for a long time can play with not so much the body, but certainly play with the head, where you've got all that time to think while you're riding in a bus. It's probably about an hour drive or something like that. 4 downs and out. Those are things, and the Trevians not even going to try for a return. Or a Homewood Flossmoor, rather. Not even going to try for a return. And big hole. Trevians have some of the seniors, second stringers, and so forth out there. So, you've got to be a little bit realistic. I know that fans take it a little more seriously than probably they need to. It is whatever it is. I'm already getting, in the same vein of, and down to about the 3, but I don't think they're even going to go for the, no need to go for the touchdown here. Roll salt into the wounds. And this one's going to end. And take the knee, and that's going to do it. So Homewood Flossmoor advances in the bracket. They'll take on Loyola. That should be a pretty good game. Loyola and Homewood Flossmoor. But New Trier season comes to an end. They lose to Homewood Flossmoor by the final score of 55-7. And thanks to the football crew, we're done with our football season for 2015. Join us for our basketball and hockey games on our network. And for all of us here at the network, wasn't pretty tonight. Homewood Flossmoor wins it 55-7 and eliminates the New Trier Trevians from Class 8A football playoff action. Basketball on our New Trier affiliates, and hockey coming up on our other network affiliates as well. And for all of us here at the network, we say as always, thanks for watching, and so long, everybody.